Hey, everybody! Welcome to the Mail of Fans Live with me and James Heaney. We've lost Morgan. I think he fell down a drain, or I don't know what's happened. What's happened to Morgan? Nobody knows. Oh no. Um,
It's looking pretty scary. Um, well, I can tell you firsthand. I was in the middle of Dark Souls, and I don't want to spoil too much because I get in trouble for spoiling. But my guess is, my dog got rabies over the weekend, so she's just been tearing people up. She's gonna tear me up soon. Um, that's not funny, and it's not true.
I was going to say that's not
Hunter,
true. Is it? He's all right,
it's
right?
not true.
Okay, good.
In
I
fact,
was
she
really,
got a
really.
rabies vaccine like a week and a
Okay,
half ago.
okay.
She's just a monster sometimes. She just lays on the couch and does that. She must sense something in the world that she thinks she can scare away.
She knows Morgan's not here, so
Anyways. Anyways, so I'm only minutes ago because I'm going out of town, so we're trying to bank up some extra videos before we leave. I was playing Dark Souls with 3 with Morgan, and Morgan was not happy with me. And I don't want to spoil anything, but he said that there was going to be a lot of people mad at me and this and that. And so there was a little bit, like friendly bickering going on between the two of us. And then all of a sudden he stopped talking to me, and I thought he had done his like walk away thing. So I'm talking for a couple minutes and being like, "Oh, you're just jealous of how good I am at the game." But it turns out he really did lose his internet, and he was not. I was just talking to myself. It's
nice.
awkward.
Nice. So so Morgan's got internet problems, so hopefully he can join us at some point during this. But in the meantime, you're stuck with just me and Jimmy Jabs, unfortunately. And we're going to try and keep it nice and short because, like we say, James is going away. We want to try and bank up some videos and stuff, so we don't want to spend too much time doing this. But we'll do some fan mail. So yeah, I mean, without further ado, let's just kick the intro off and we'll get into it. I better turn off Morgan's camera because he's not here. There he goes. Sweet.
Oh, there it is.
There it is. Yeah, so we got 3 videos this week: Dark Souls 3, Dark Souls 2, and then finally we got Resident Evil 5, which you've started, which was exciting.
Yeah,
I
I'm pretty
enjoyed that
excited
one.
about that.
And then some Danny Souls
I
at
want
the
to
end.
turn the volume down. Nice. That seems like a pretty good platter of videos to go through. So the first one I see here is Brad Hahn saying, obviously Morgan is the best coach. Um, and then Ralph Murphy follows up with, I guess Morgan practices what they call tough love. Yeah, he did. I mean, what's funny is they're referencing. I don't know if you saw this video, but in this video, Morgan gave up on me and he walked away and he said he had to go get some sun and like some like fresh air. So I'm by myself playing against a very tough boss, a boss that many people said I was never going to beat, and that was going to be the end of the walkthrough. And boy, Danny, I wanted to beat him before he got back, but I couldn't. I needed him to come back, and together with his coaching and my sharp skills, I beat the Nameless King.
I mean, that's pretty impressive, but I mean, I guess that's why you thought he walked away from you today, right? Because he's got.
That is why I thought I was like, is this a new trend? Did he walk away? And because I was just talking to myself, and I knew we were supposed to get together with you for this fan mail, so I was like, well, Morgan, now's the time to come back in because we got to wrap this video up. And I looked and I was like, it's 10:00. Okay, well, I guess I'll just wrap it up myself. And I ended the video, and then when I tabbed over, I saw a message in Discord saying his internet went down. So I guess it was a good thing I didn't just keep playing.
I feel like I've noticed Morgan's patience seems to be getting thinner and thinner on a weekly basis. Like he does seem to be losing patience in coaching you a little bit from time to time.
Sometimes, sure.
Yeah, some weeks he has bad weeks and some weeks he has good weeks, I think. But yeah,
I think you're right. I never have a bad week. I'm just always on. Simon DG then comes in with congrats, you actually did it. I take it the snow DLC is next. I don't want to spoil anything, but I'll tell you the next area I go to gives me the shivers. By the way, you can just go kill the final boss and watch the ending. in DS2 and 3 ending, the game doesn't force you into New Game Plus. I feel if you beat the DLC first, you'll be so over leveled for the final boss that it'll be boring. That's interesting to hear.
That does make sense as well, though. I mean, I hadn't really thought
Yeah.
of it that way, but yeah.
Well, in the other games, I guess in DS2 you don't have to restart. In Dark Souls 1, if you beat the game, like it just like it, with a lot of games, like there is no roaming around after you beat the game. Like you're done.
Yeah.
And it's over.
Okay.
But that it's nice that I like games that allow you to walk around in the world after you beat it.
Does Dark Souls so the one I'm playing, Dark Souls Remastered, that has DLC as well, right? Or...
That does have DLC, but I don't know if it's really considered DLC in what you're playing, because are you playing Dark Souls Remastered?
Yeah.
Yeah, then I mean it's all integrated into it. I guess it is still the DLC, but it's not like something that you had to get and apply to the patch.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm over explaining something so simple. That's dumb. But yeah, I think that you're gonna go into the DLC. The DLC is one of the cooler areas in the game.
But it's not a case of that I'm cheating by doing it before finishing the game. Like I have to do it before, because like I can't.
Oh yeah, you have to do it before you finish the game, because once you finish the game, the game's over, and then you have to start back at the beginning.
New Game Plus, right?
New Game Plus. Yep.
Kamikaze says, forget about it. Watch it to cool down. It's way better than Knuckleheads. Oh boy. The Darkest Dragon says, I like James with the Onyx Blade. Better he keeps talking about lack of reach he has with the longsword, which I would agree with.
Yeah. The Onyx Blade, the nice thing about the Onyx Blade is that it is longer, but it's a great sword. It's a little heavier. I've been messing around with different kinds of, and Dark Souls 3 is very different than Dark Souls 1 when it comes to infusing your weapons, because there's like 20 different kinds of things you can infuse your weapons with in Dark Souls 3. And on my personal account, I've been going through and just like trial and error, leveling up tons of weapons and then just infusing them to see what it's like, just to kind of learn. And I have found that honestly, there's no reason to infuse it with almost anything. There's only like the Chaos Blade that I already have, like is better than anything else. Like because you get fire and faith. I don't know. It's hard to explain since you're probably like there's only, I don't know, there's probably 8 things that you can infuse in Dark Souls 1 and like 20 things in Dark Souls 3. But yeah, the Onyx Blade is good. I might start using that one again.
I don't think I've actually done any of that infusion stuff as of yet. So
it takes a little longer. Like in Dark Souls 1, it's not something that you can just do from the beginning. They make you really work for it. In Dark Souls 3, at the beginning, you can, I mean, it's been a bit since I started it, but I think you can infuse like some simple stuff in the very beginning. And then like, as you pick up more things, like there's just the list of what you can do. Dark, you can do deep, you can do lightning, you can do blessed. There's just so many to look at. Kamikaze says, how can you not like musicals? Cannibal the Musical, which is wonderful. Have you seen Cannibal the Musical, Danny?
Do you know what? I can fill in for Morgan a bit here because I don't like musicals either, I'll be honest. Oh
my God, really?
I know, it's a controversial opinion. I don't know. It's not that I hate musicals. It's just, I don't like to have my story stopped for a 3.5-minute interlude of song. I just want to get on with the story. I'm very impatient. Like I can barely sit through a film.
But the story is the song. Have you seen Cannibal the Musical?
No.
Okay. In Cannibal the Musical was the first film, I believe. I think it might be the first film, at least the first released film that people can get their hands on, by Trey Parker and Matt Stone. Oh. And it's an incredible musical. It's got some wonderful songs, and my favorite song is at the end. Spoiler. It's Hang the bastard, hang him high, hoist his body to the sky, and when his head hangs limp, you'll know it's the end of him and the end of the show. And like the energy of it, and everybody, I don't know, the dancing, the singing, it's a spectacle. And there is story in the lyrics if you're listening.
Is this before they
I hope
did
we don't
South
get
Park?
copyright
Or...
stricken. It is before, and a little, I don't know if you'd call it an Easter egg, but at the very beginning of the movie, you can hear Cartman's voice. I don't know if he's supposed to be like a bird or something, but he's like singing in something at the very beginning. But yeah, it was before South Park.
You see, it's funny because I guess technically South Park the movie is a musical, right?
Yes, and that is really good.
And I actually really enjoy that. But yeah, so I don't know. Maybe that's the kind of thing I might check out. But I suppose you're more old school musical. I don't know, like The Sound of Music or something. I don't know. It's not for me. Uh, yeah.
Right, I can understand that, but I think that's also in the sense of like, well, I don't like romance movies very much, but I like sci-fi movies. Now, you might not like romantic musicals, but maybe you like comedy musicals. Comedy musicals are good.
You know what? That might be true. It might be a genre thing because a lot of musicals, like the more well-known ones, I guess, are romantic, right? Or
Yeah, Cannibal the Musical has some romance to it. There's a really funny song. I don't want to get into it.
no,
We
fair
should
enough.
move
We
on.
should move on.
That's the problem with these live streams is every single comment I could spend 15 minutes talking about.
Well, I
And I
mean,
shouldn't. But I
Morgan,
love
Morgan,
musicals.
what?
I like.
We should ask Morgan. Morgan, what do you think of musicals?
Oh, I thought he was back. I was like, oh, is he here?
No, I was just letting him. Anyway, moving on swiftly. Backseat Gaming Studio says, "Good game, James." You too, Morgan. You fought just as much as James did. I don't know if that's a backhanded
Yes, he
compliment
did.
in a way, but
Yeah, Morgan got really mad at me. I don't even remember exactly what it was. I think it was I don't know what it was. I think it was probably because I was getting to be better than he was. And like it was frustrating to see somebody who used to not be as good as him become so much more skilled. That's the only thing I can think it was.
that makes sense. I mean, coaching can be just as hard as actually playing the game. I mean, certainly, I think Zach is learning that lesson um, every day with me. But you know, I nearly broke him down the other day. Like, I won't spoil it because it's a video that's coming out tomorrow. And speaking of spoilers, I did accidentally spoil that a little bit on my Resident Evil 8 live stream yesterday. But anyway, yeah.
Oh, you did Resident Evil 8.
Me and Zach played a little bit of it on Saturday, and we had so much fun. We played it again on Sunday, so we've sunk about 6 or 7 hours into it over the weekend, and we streamed it all on Twitch.
I'm actually really glad. I wish you guys wouldn't have done it as a live stream. You guys should have put it up as videos, but it's too late for that.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Because...
I was thinking about it quite a bit. I was like, you guys really should. Like the fact that we're gonna take so long getting to Resident Evil 8, you guys should jump on top of it. And my friend from high school that did the voice of Mia in Resident Evil 7, I just found out she's also, I think, the same character in Resident Evil 8.
Yeah, Mia's in
so
it.
we should definitely get her in.
Oh yeah, we got to.
Maybe
That's
I'll
amazing.
get that.
If you could do it, that would be amazing.
We'll,
she's like one of the main.
Yeah,
characters.
I'll try to reach out. The problem is I'm going to be traveling pretty soon, but she's, I'm friends with her on like Instagram and Facebook, so I'll reach out to her.
But no, but just quickly on that subject though, we've played about 6 hours of it over the weekend and live streamed it all. But also, I'm really into it and I want to carry it on, and I think so does Zach. But people have said, why don't we just take the videos off Twitch and just cut them down into hour segments and just upload them onto YouTube as well? So we could potentially.
I could see that, but how much are you guys talking to the chat in the Twitch streams?
Yeah, we are a bit, but like, I suppose that's true. But I mean, we could do that.
That's my problem. Is like I don't really enjoy watching videos where people are talking to a chat that I'm not in the chat. Like I can't even see the chat. My guess is, do you have the chat on the screen at least?
No. But what we could do as well though is we could just re-upload the videos that we've done, so 2 of them, but they'd be quite long, and then we could just switch to doing it as a series. But either way, we want to
Yeah.
just carry on and get to the end of it, either on Twitch or YouTube or
Yeah, I think
whatever
you
way.
should.
Maybe that's one for. Well, we were going to put a poll up, so I mean, I guess if anyone in the chat's got any thoughts on that, we can come back to that at the end. But we definitely want to. I definitely want to complete it on video one way or another because it's really good. Brion Falk says, James, you deserve credit where credit is due. You did a great job beating the guy so quick. To which Ulasal's botnet said, and I disagree with this comment immensely. He's a damn sight better than Danny, that's for sure.
I guess I don't really know what that means. What is a damn sight better than Danny? That's for sure. What is exactly? Does that mean that I'm better than you are at the game?
I mean,
I'd hope so. 12 years after starting to play it.
I mean,
Hey, I'd hope so.
Oh, I'll be honest, right? I mean, the most recent episode that's public of Danny Souls is trash. Like, it's really bad. Like, I'm no good. But the one that's on Patreon at the moment, and which will probably release tomorrow. Oh, James, I'm like, you just have to see it. It's magical. Like, my improvement in just 1 week, just by seeing the control, because we put the controller on the screen so you could see what buttons I'm pressing, right? And
that's so good. How did you do that?
Zach showed me how to do it. He said he's been trying to get you guys to do it for years, but you keep refusing or something. But he said,
I guess.
He set it up for me, and I looked back at the footage and I saw exactly what I was doing, like, you know, with button mashing and stuff like that. And I was like, oh my God, this is a revelation. I can see what I'm doing. And then without spoiling it too much, just wait until tomorrow's episode. I'm telling you, the improvement is intense. It's crazy. Yeah, I mean, you know, backhanded dig at me there. But I mean, at least we can praise James without trashing Danny. Yes, thank you, Brion. That's exactly right. I'm doing quite well for yeah, thank you. And then Ulasan's botnet says Morgan wasn't having any of it today. I'm guessing that's him getting upset with you again.
Which is so funny because I was so scarred by what happened in that video that I thought it was happening again today, which is why you should never, you shouldn't walk away, because then when your internet disconnects, I'm going to think that that's what's going on. I didn't know. I might have said some mean things about Morgan while his internet was down. Let's see here. Then we have
how do we pronounce this?
God Gamer Heaney. Oh, I think that's Morgan right there.
With audio only. Let me see if this works. Okay, it's gonna have to do.
Well, audio's better. Like, some audio is better than no video and no audio.
Yeah. Oh, you guys have been talking about Dark Souls 3? Let me know when you're done.
Well, we've been talking about how upset you got.
We haven't had any of the smearing video today, Morgan.
Smearing video?
Yeah, you know where we turns
I did some research.
Mosaic sort of mess, usually.
Oh, James figured this stuff out.
Well, it wasn't actually me, Morgan. Danny, oddly enough, made the change before I actually asked him to do it, but I had researched it, and you change the video codec, if that's occurring, to H.264, and that fixes the issue. Which I told Danny to do it, and he said, oddly enough, he had already done it, and there's been no smearing.
Wow. Danny.
So
right. So I mean, the last comment I got thrown under the bus by Ulisar's botnet, and now you're throwing me under the bus with the codec thing. Like, I mean,
no, I'm not throwing you under the bus. We didn't know. If anybody, I want an apology from. I want 3 apologies from Morgan, and I need them back to back. The first one is for walking away from me in Dark Souls 3 while I was fighting the Nameless King.
Wait, did you apologize for all the things that led up to that?
He hasn't apologized for anything.
I was trying to remember
cool.
I don't remember what happened.
Exactly.
My theory was... Okay. Well, I'll pass
you don't
that
get
one
it.
up.
Okay.
I'll pass that one up. I don't need an apology for that one.
Okay.
The next apology that I'd like to get is for you saying it was my internet and my camera.
I still believe that's true.
Now you're not believing in science because we fixed it, okay?
And
it wasn't me. And the next one, I guess you don't really owe me an apology for, but it kind of goes back to you walking out. I thought you left me in the video that I was just recording. I felt so lonely. I was recording and you were gone, and we were
having internet issues. And then I sent you a Discord message as soon as I got kicked out.
Yes, I mean, then I realized that, but I still would like an apology.
But I didn't do anything. Are you going to apologize
would
for the
make
things
me
you were
feel
doing
like-
in the video?
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
You have
Good.
to-
So
you
we're
have
at an
to-
impasse.
You have to understand, Morgan, that most of these comments so far have just been congratulating James on the job well done. So his ego has kind of inflated a little bit.
Okay. That makes
so-
sense. Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, he killed the Nameless King. Good job. But at what cost, you know?
I'll take that. I'll take that as an apology.
I mean, I told you good job at the time.
look,
You
they're
know.
all, this is what all the comments say. Like this next one by like Jorma nine. Sorry. Oh my god.
Jorma Neiman.
Jorma Neiman. says-
Neiman? No,
yeah.
you're right. I don't know how to say
Niemanen.
Niemanen.
Neimanen?
Eminem?
Oh, maybe.
Niemanen.
Oh.
Oh my god! Amazing
Niemanen.
job, James. Like this is what they've all said. I'm sure you will never beat him. You will continue to play Souls-like games. Or will you continue to play Souls-like games like Neo, Dragon's Dogma,
Neo?
maybe? Or
You
is
better
it,
get his name right. He's about to become a Patreon.
Oh, I'm sorry. If so, I will support you on Patreon. What are we saying to this one? No, I mean,
Jorma
if
Neimanen.
that's the plan.
That's-
Probably not, or eventually.
Oh, no.
We have 3 scales of what's the answer to this question. We got to give an actual answer.
I think that's. Well, I don't know if that's the plan. What is DD?
Is it either Demon Souls? Demon Souls? It must be Demon. No, because
Is it
Dragon's
Demon
Dogma.
Souls?
but is Dragon's
Dragon's Dogma.
Is that really Souls-like though? Because I've been watching you play it. It
It's
doesn't
not
feel
Souls-like.
Souls-like to me.
It's an action
Morgan, you've been
RPG.
playing it.
It's sick. I love it. I'm a huge fan.
Yeah, I didn't like it that much, honestly.
I just think the James Heaney NPC in that is fantastic. It's actually almost
Yeah.
like you could just replace you with it, and you wouldn't tell the difference. It's fantastic. It's great. Have you seen
It's really funny.
Have you seen it, James? Have you seen the NPC, the James NPC that he's got?
Actually, I haven't seen the NPC.
It's you and me. We look like exactly like us.
It
That's
look
pretty
it looks exactly like you with the mustache and everything. Like he's actually nailed it, but he's giving it chipmunk voice, so it's just running.
Oh God!
It's just running around, just going, "Hey, listen to these things." It's fantastic. It's brilliant. Like you should.
You're
watch
gonna get a
it. It's-
cease and desist, Morgan.
It's funny too because he like somebody will say something like, "Oh look, I found some clovers or whatever," and then he'll be like, "Oh look, I found some clovers!" Like right after him. It's exactly like you.
TJ Slusher says, "Look at that James Baba on fire, baby bottom 360 no scope 420 blaze head kick ass in kicking heaney. Very well done, sir. Can we also get some appreciation for Mr. Morgan Kent going to the sun for strength to continue?"
I didn't realize it at the time, but I did. I literally went and praised the sun to continue on with the playthrough.
It might have helped. It might have actually been the thing that took us over because I couldn't beat him without you. You have no idea how much I wanted you to come back, and I'd be like maybe getting a stogie and smoking a cigar and being like, "Welcome back! I beat the Nameless King."
Wait, did
But
you
I
need
wasn't
me, or
just
did you
worth it.
want to flaunt the fact that you beat him without me? Because those are two separate thoughts.
I wanted to flaunt that I beat him without you, but I couldn't do it without you. I couldn't do it without you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I doubted it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you feel like you want to say sorry also?
For what? I've done nothing wrong.
Jesus. All right.
Sorries
The
aren't. You
Darkest
just
Dragon
don't
then
just
says-
say sorry.
I think he just wants the attention again. He just wants apologies. Just
I love it. I love apologies. I love apologies. I love sympathy. I like pity. The Darkest Dragon says, "The hardest boss in the game for me personally is the Twin Demon Princess. I have no clue how James will technically kill them, but if we must arm him with as many items as we can so he can consider his options and let the brainstorming begin." I have no idea what that's talking about.
That's trolling
James,
you.
my friend, this adventure has been nothing short of amazing to my low main. My low main was cooked perfectly. This video reminded me of why I love go GameFront. Good job, sir. Looking forward to the next. All right. Ralph Murphy. I don't know which is more annoying, James's inventory management or Morgan's whining about it. Then at the end, Morgan admits James beat the boss in fewer deaths than he took. Thank you for admitting that.
Why would I try to hide that? It's a fact. This is what I don't understand.
Well, I like to pick and choose. I like to cherry pick the facts. I like to create. History is told by those who speak the loudest, right? The quiet ones, well, I don't know what happens to their story. Then we hear Majorn Thunder says, "Great win, James. Looking forward to watching the DLC. Morgan leaving the stream, lol."
Thanks for the visit. Got him.
Thanks for the visit.
Thanks for the visit. I'm not hiding there, so I'll just start my phone.
That's evil. The Darkest Dragon, James, if Mr. Pope Puncher here ditches you, sir, I would be honored to be a sub coach when needed. Yeah, we need to get some other people in here.
I mean, I love the idea of sub coaches, but I feel like we're so close to the end here, Morgan.
Do you know...
Simple, no one. James feeling that DLC hype now.
Mm-hmm. Michael Shearer, excellent job, James. This boss almost broke me.
Kamikaze Ice James,
Ice.
There's a strategy to use for the DLC. Wear thorny gear because causes damage to attacker, and use spam and just use. No, don't say this. And just spam. Use
this is what we're talking about. You spam heals and tears. Oh, that does sound good. Do I have that thorny? Do I have?
Yeah,
what it takes?
You do.
I can't wait.
How do you not
David
know that?
H. Great moves, James. Healing in between the critical attack on Big Bird.
I think you said great move, not great moves. But I mean, maybe you've got great moves as well. Maybe you should show us, right?
The Darkest Dragon exhausts the dialogue with the blacksmith for the duel. Also, good job on recalling the lightning death ring for the fight. Now, don't forget to switch it back next video. Saints928, anyone got some weird dream stories? Had one last night where vampire women were hypnotizing people, and I was immune to it, running away from them on the highway. Spooky. To be fair, I was watching What Do You Do in the Shadows before sleeping. But anyways, thoughts? James, you have weird dreams?
I have had several weird dreams since my second dose of the vaccine. I had a dream.
Wait, what?
Yesterday that I think it affected my dreams. Probably slight fever or something. I'm not sure. But I dreamt that I failed out of college. Like every single college class, I got a failing grade on all of them. The teachers
James, that wasn't
were
a dream.
writing.
I was going to say, and then you woke up and realized you failed every single college class. And it's just...
Yeah, I'm not even in college. But at the time, I was just like, even in the dream, I was like, I don't even remember taking these classes. Like I must not have been going. And the teachers were leaving notes of like too much talking and like I felt bad. I was really upset about failing out of college and not even knowing that I was supposed to be going to class.
To be fair, I mean, it's difficult to pass college if you don't actually attend. So I can kind of see the logic in that, to be honest.
Yeah. Have you guys had any weird dreams lately?
Do you know, somebody was talking about this the other day, and I can't remember what it was, but yeah, just like dreaming about having the vaccine, but then waking up and realizing actually you haven't had the vaccine yet, and stuff like that.
Oh, wow.
You don't have the vaccine yet, huh?
No, not yet. I mean, it's still like only people over the age of 40 at the moment, which is a bit crazy, right? In this country, but there you go.
Yeah, we're starting to get the kids and stuff. Get them all.
Yeah. Gotta catch them all.
Though we're not gonna reach herd immunity.
One of my very
so
close friends. Okay. I gotta. I don't even want to. Maybe I shouldn't bring it up, but I got into a big argument with one of my very close friends who's like, "No, I'm not gonna get it. The vaccines are created by people that just want to make millions of dollars." And I basically am like, "Okay, I don't think I'm gonna see you anymore."
The thing is that they've already made those millions of dollars. The government paid them to make the vaccine. It's just sitting there.
And if anything, now they're trying, and I think it's a good idea, they're trying to make it open source, like make it so that the patents free for anybody to make the vaccine. Right?
They're trying, or they're not trying.
I think our government is trying to pass legislation so that anybody can make the vaccine. There is some pushback saying that if we do that, then in the future people won't make vaccines because the companies won't have the incentive to make the money. But my guess is in the future people are going to want to make the vaccines for things that are going to fucking wipe the planet off the earth, or you know what I mean. I think the incentive to make sure that everyone doesn't die is incentive enough.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I get
But I
the
don't know.
point. I mean, but in the here and now, even if all that being true, because obviously pharmaceutical companies do want to make money, like that's not a secret. But even with that being said, like, is that a good enough reason not to get the vaccine? Like, okay, you kind of protesting against capitalism at the expense of killing your grandmother. Like, I mean, what are you trying to achieve with it? Like,
Exactly. Well, his mother did get the vaccine, but this is what he said. His wife got COVID last, like, I don't know, May, like a year ago in May, and his kids all got COVID, and he lived with them and never caught it. And he's like, I already have been around it. I'm just not going to catch it. I'm like, dude, that's not how viruses work. But anyways, it was upsetting. It hurt my heart to hear him say that he was anti-vaccine, even though he's like, his wife had it and like a whole bunch of people around him got it sick. Whatever. Sorry, don't want to spend time on sad stories.
Let's move on. El Scorcho says he knew the Nameless King would be no match for the Heaney King.
Yep, King James.
Ralph Murphy. So after watching James destroy the Nameless King, good job, James. This is a tough boss. I stumbled upon an old 502 Ways to Die in Dark Souls 1 with video with James and Mitchell from 8 years ago. I realized they were able to be in the same room together and all, but they do seem to be having more fun than James and Morgan. I will admit, I am souring. Full disclosure.
Did you say curdling or souring?
Souring. I'm becoming sour.
Well, I think that what's happening is you're just seeing how good I'm getting, and it's frustrating to see.
I think the problem is that we can't openly communicate, honestly.
This is the breakdown of the relationship now. This is
and that's why you want to get a couples therapy.
Uh-huh.
Oh boy.
I really want to get us into couples therapy.
I feel like there's a skit in that somewhere. I feel like there's.
I think that we need to do a full video where we have a third person in who is a licensed therapist, a real therapist.
Okay,
but how many therapists do you know that join into Dark Souls videos and watch a video game get played?
I don't know. We can put it out there though.
I'm open to trying. But I just don't know that there's going to be a therapist willing to join our live stream.
There has to be one out there somewhere. Well, if anybody has any recommendations, we'll take them.
Yes, maybe one of our subscribers is a licensed couples therapist.
Maybe. Danger Dad, James Heaney, the man who beat the Nameless King first try. Mikhail Rose, wipe sweat off my brow. It's getting contentious in here. Lol. Dark Page, I'm really glad that James didn't beat Nameless while Morgan was gone. Morgan wouldn't hear the end of it. Dark Page, I take back everything I said about James Heaney. He is once again the legend of old.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. So I'm gathering from the comments on that particular video that, a lot of praise for James and, maybe the relationship is under a bit of pressure, which,
As a person that lives in the future, I just like... These high highs come with very fast and low falls. It's a volatile James Heaney
We don't want
market.
to spoil too much about what's coming up soon, but let's just say there's a bit of a shakeup.
Okay.
Gross.
Interesting. Oh, okay.
Morgan might be right in the sense that maybe people get mad at me what happens soon, but we'll let the viewers find out what they think. Well, they might think it's a great idea.
I guess my main question is what happens to information when it hits your brain?
I take it, and I take that information, and I put it against a wall of facts I already know, and I see how do those things relate to each other, and then I create my new worldview. And then this new worldview becomes the facts on the wall, and new information I get is then filtered against that. And it's a constant evolution. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. But what happens when a new piece of information comes in and it disregards all the facts that you've already pinned to that wall?
All right, so I'm glad you asked, because then what happens is we have these facts here, and then we have the new information here. But what we have over here is like, oh, I was wrong about some of these facts. So then it becomes kind of like, that pixel smearing that was going on last week? It's like that, but
so that's the inside of your brain. Okay. That makes sense.
And then eventually it all comes clear, and you get the H.264 codec, and it turns out okay.
The H.264 COVID, the particularly dangerous strain of COVID, where all your video...
Did I say COVID? I meant codecs.
Yeah, you corrected yourself anyway. Anyway, Dark Souls 2. Mikhail Rose has an important question. Beatles, are they the most overrated band? Go.
Yes.
Ooh.
No! Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not.
That's, I think, the real problem, Morgan, because if you went back to the Beatles, you'd know all you need is love, 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 love is all you need. Is, I think, the rest of the words.
Do you know, I'm quite local to the Beatles, obviously, being just down the... Well, they're all dead now, but they're not all dead.
You live on Abbey Road, don't you?
No, nothing like... Well, no, that's miles away. Anyway, point being, before I screw out... I agree with Morgan. I think they are quite overrated. I'm not too keen.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I understand their importance, like historically, and I understand that people like their songs, but it's just not for me. I don't think there is. I just don't like them.
It's not my era of music. It's not my kind of music. Like,
well, it's boring. Is the problem. The Beatles are boring.
So one or two I can get along with, but like the majority of the Beatles catalog, I'm not it's fine. It's just not for me. I don't hate them or anything.
Name a band that has created more songs that have shaped culture.
Queen.
Queen is not
blasted.
Queen's good. But Queen has probably 20 great songs. The Beatles probably have 100 great songs.
Ooh, Dark Page has a good point. Drake is better. Drake has probably created more songs.
Oh my gosh. Let's move on. Drake's not bad, but Drake's no Beatles.
Fair enough. David H says hi.
What up, David H?
Hi.
You turtle man.
TJ
Nickelback.
Invader Master, he says,
no,
LOL.
not Nickelback.
Ook.
Sorry.
Okay, guy. What does that mean? Invader Master, he says, oh, they're talking about
Stripe 79 has a good point. They said, would you say that as well, Morgan, if you would be born in the 50s and 60s? And no, my opinion would be completely different because they would be contemporarily the best band of that time, for sure. Or they would be the most popular. It'd be like if in 20 years everyone was like, Justin Bieber is the greatest artist of all time, or maybe 40 years. God. Everyone's like, no, it can't be Justin Bieber. The Beatles are pop music. And so everyone will be like, no, Justin Bieber's bad. Look at all this stuff. I don't like his songs. I'm that guy. And you're the person born
Justin
in the
Bieber
2000s.
was one guy that made probably, 10 songs that were good. The Beatles were 4 guys that made 100 songs that were amazing, and then they split up.
So they've all equally made the same amount of songs. Well, Justin Bieber's probably made 100 songs.
No, stop. Have the Beatles actually made 100 like classic hits? Because I mean, I know they've made a good number.
God,
but
yeah.
I mean, classic.
I don't know 100. I mean, I know what is it? Hey Jude, the Yellow
I'm
Submarine.
I'm gonna burn through my mobile data right now to prove James wrong.
That's basically the only 2 I remember. And then you know what I mean?
You guys are gonna regret it when you look it up.
No, I don't remember I don't remember the Beatles.
Well, then here's the other thing: is Justin Bieber writing music? Well, each of the Beatles, like together, they created great music. But then each of the Beatles, John Lennon had amazing solo career. George Harrison had an amazing.
During their 8 years as a band, the Beatles had 20 number 1 hits and 34 top 10 hits. So essentially,
so that right alone,
54.
That right alone is 54 top like songs.
See, I'm looking at even just like on the screen now, like we can see like the top 10 or whatever. I think, and I don't recognize half of the titles of these songs. I don't.
The titles,
maybe if I heard them, maybe
the best part about them.
Well, maybe not, but like I don't recognize them is all I'm saying. So like I don't know. Anyway, let's move on. We've beaten that horse to death. Does anyone want to have a crack at this username? Because I'm just going to say this is very good.
Dr. Jivas. Oh, Dr. Shivazagats.
Okay, well he
It
says.
reminds me of Zhivago.
Okay,
Dr.
so
Zhivago.
Dr. Zhivago says Baba is a demon.
It doesn't sound like Dr. Zhivago.
No, that's about right. Yeah,
Zhivago
Baba
odds?
isn't even.
Yeah.
J1618, the DLCs are all harder than just about anything in the main game. Consider doing them last. I recommend this order: kill the giant dragon to get one of the souls to make Vendrick easier, and to remove the dark storm cloud over James's head for not killing it 9 years ago. To use the item the dragon gave you to enter the giant dreams, kill the boss in there to advance the main game and get another soul for making killing Vendrick easier. 3, go kill Vendrick. Piece of cake after getting the souls from 1 and 2, so you don't accidentally forget about ending the game. 4, go to kill the last boss at the bottom of Drangleic. Can only trigger this fight after completing number 2 above. This is a lot of detailed stuff you got to do, James.
Yeah, we're gonna have to copy paste that into a Google Doc.
Yeah, we'll read this as we go forward.
Oh, the Dark Lurker. I
I
would
feel
like
like
to
we
beat
did
the Dark
some of
Lurker.
this.
No, we never beat the
No?
Dark Lurker. The Dark Lurker is a very hard fight, but you can only fight him if you have enough humanity.
Oh yeah,
'Cause I
you
think it
haven't
takes
killed
a
the
humanity
great
every time
dragon
you fight him.
ever. Yep. All right, we'll have to read this right before we play.
Yeah.
Breon Folk,
Man,
I'm
I'm with Morgan on Skyrim.
Thank
Third
you.
person is so much better for melee combat than first person. Every game I've tried that does first person melee combat just doesn't feel as good. I just think first person should be reserved for shooting games. It's way more natural. I disagree with that on a couple points. I think that it's easier to immerse yourself in the character in first person. But secondly, even if we're not talking about Skyrim, what about Mordhau? Like, that's great first person combat.
It's a
Comments?
completely different game, though.
It is, but he's saying that first person's for shooting games. Isn't Mordhau a great first person melee game?
Yeah.
Okay. I can agree to disagree on the Skyrim fact. And you're probably right, the melee is probably better in third person, but I like being inside the eyes of the character.
Yeah, I don't mind first person melee. I mean, I can see why maybe if you've got like a big long axe or something, it makes sense to be in third so you can see exactly where you're swinging it or whatever, but it doesn't not work, I guess.
Right.
Anyway, Isaac Sims says, dang it, David.
Isaac Sims says, yes.
He says, does he say dang it, David? Is that what he says? Is that what he says there?
Dang
James?
it, David. Second, you sly fox, you.
I'm guessing David has got first somewhere. We'll probably find that later.
Yeah, I think we'll get there.
Brad Hans says he's got to be right back. He's got to hang the washing out. Okay, I'm back. Don't forget to fold the washing, says Kamikaze Ice. So there you go. Just
That's
an insight
funny.
into the domestic life of Brad there.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Danger Dad, James is a Chicago Borat.
Very nice.
I don't know what that. I haven't actually seen Borat. I want to see the new movie, and Erin, my wife, really wants to watch the new Borat, but I refuse to watch any.
My
sequel without seeing
wife. I just had to do it before anyone else got
My
to it.
wife.
I just want to get it out there.
Why do you refuse to watch it?
yeah.
Sorry.
I don't want to watch a sequel to a movie I've never seen.
Okay.
I need to watch the first one. She doesn't want to watch the old movie because she wants to see the new shiny movie that's out. And so we're at an impasse. So we will never watch it.
Why don't you just watch the first one by yourself?
I don't like watching movies by myself.
Okay.
It's,
Okay. Are you flying?
Sounds like a
to-
madhouse.
Are you flying to Chicago this week?
we're driving.
Are you driving? Okay.
Yes. I
I
can watch it while I drive. My Subaru, I can take my eyes,
no,
my hands
no.
and
We've had
eyes
this.
off the wheel.
No. We've had this conversation before.
I
Don't do
can.
that. No, you can, but you shouldn't. Oh boy.
Flee Live. James
Flee
Morgan, don't worry
Live.
so much about accidentally beating the game. The only way you can finish Dark Souls 2 is by defeating the final boss, Queen Nashandra, in the Dark Throne Room that Morgan was at earlier. So unless you meet all the requirements, which you currently don't, and go back to that place to beat the final boss, there's no way that you'll unintentionally finish the game. That's nice to hear. Also, even if you do beat the game, it doesn't automatically start New Game Plus. You can still continue exploring the world, killing the remaining optional bosses, and playing through the DLC, even after you finish the game. So just go ahead and do your thing. There's no need to worry about it suddenly being over. I think the thing we were scared about it was the not doing the correct.
We want the special ending. Yeah. We want, and I think maybe what they're saying is we've done all of the steps so we can get the special ending no matter what. Simon DG, don't mess with the ancient dragon, please. It's just not worth it. King Vendrick is perfectly doable without the dragon's soul. At this point, the game doesn't really tell you what to do, so here's how to proceed the main quest. Now that you have the dragon's item, you must go back to the forest of fallen giants and interact with the giant tree. I remember that.
Yeah.
The trees are being attacked by hollows. Okay. This will let you enter Vendrick's memories. After you clear all the trees, then kill Vendrick. You can proceed to the throne if you want and beat the game. Ending the game will not trigger New Game Plus. To start New Game Plus, you gotta ask the level up girl. Okay. Okay, so we're getting another one. You don't have to beat the game with DLC. 2 and 3 are fine in that regard. Also, the dragon area is not DLC. You are right. It is optional, though. Vengrel's Helms gives hidden stat bonuses. You should cheek the level ups. It gives you, when you put it on, one of the best in the games. Oh.
We should put that back
and we
on.
also leveled up that helmet. James, Frank Zappa, Florian Magnus Meyer, a.k.a. Morian from Dark Fortress, also a composer who combines modern and classical music instruments for neo-orchestral sounds. That sounds great. Buckethead and Les Claypool. Band name is Colonel Claypool's Bucket of Birdie Brains. Now, I haven't heard of that, but I do like a band called Oysterhead.
The Flying Frog
that has
Brigade.
Claypool.
Different.
I've never heard of that one. There's so many amazing musicians out there. The internet is an amazing place, a thing allowing us to find out about these non-mainstream people. Well, yeah, I would say so. But Frank Zappa's, I would say he's mainstream. But even those, like I think Les Claypool, I think so. I mean, I've known about Frank Zappa since before the internet was like as popular as it is now. I mean, Frank Zappa's from the 80s.
Yeah, but like he wasn't like mainstream. I mean, he was pretty popular, but I wouldn't call him mainstream.
I suppose the important question is Colonel Claypool's Bucket of Bernie Brains better than the Beatles? That's the question, right?
No, they are not. I mean, I love Les Claypool, and I love Buckethead. I didn't.
And you've
know
never heard of the Flying Frog Brigade? That's weird.
I have heard of the Flying Frog Brigade, but I have not heard of Colonel Claypool.
Oh, then why did you say you had never heard of that before when I said it last time?
I guess what I was still talking about was Colonel Claypool's Bucket of Bernie Brains.
Oh. So once again, information entered your brain. You ignored it completely.
I was still trying to put Colonel Claypool's Bucket of Bernie Brains into a box, and I got it. It's in the box now.
All right.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah.
All right.
You should
Zach
get your
is
brain
Real
checked
Boy
out for
says
sure.
James level playing by Morgan at the beginning. I don't know. You must have been crushing it at the beginning, Morgan.
I died like almost instantly.
I'd play like that with hearing James creaming his. I can't say this. Creaming his pants all over those tight night lizards. Lol. Zach is Real Boy says, talk slower, some sexy. Oh, that's basically what I was saying. Some sexy shit, tantalizing, tight night lizard. Okay.
Moving
some tantric, tantalizing, tight night lizards. Majorn Thunder. That Dragon Knight roll backstabbed Morgan like it was nothing, lol. What a PvP master. The little knights will aggro if you run from a fight with the big guy. Oh, that makes sense. I mean, we figured that out by the end.
Kamikaze. Here he goes with this is a really smart comment. Morgan, nice try on the Vader at the end. Playing against two kinds of lag cannot be fun. Typical PvP lag, which all Dark Souls has, and then parsec lag on top of it. It is a little tough.
That is true. I mean, we have to give Morgan credit whenever he's playing because he does have a disadvantage in the form of lag from parsec, which isn't too bad and it's very usable. But there is we can't pretend there's not a good 50 milliseconds.
When the graphical
at least,
issues as well.
Yeah. No, it's not terrible, but it does occasionally glitch or stutter, and I mean, for a game like Dark Souls as well, it's probably not the best thing in the world. But
I think it would be impossible for a game like Call of Duty, though. Like if you were going to parsec in and do some Call of Duty multiplayer,
no, you can't.
I don't think you can.
No, you can't play. You can't play a competitive shooter with parsec. It's just. But that's like you can't play a competitive shooter on a trash television or like on a controller, and like you need as much response time as you can get for that stuff. So that's why suddenly we're really good at I'm really good at PUBG all of a sudden because I've actually got a proper monitor and stuff now, and me and Morgan played not so long ago, and we were crushing it. We got to second, right? We didn't record it.
You guys remember when I played with you guys, right? I was crushing it. Why didn't you get me to come in?
Oh yeah, how do we make this conversation about James's play?
Yeah, James wasn't there.
You know how good I am at PUBG. You were there. You watched me kill those guys through the window and through the door.
I'm sorry we tried to talk about our play for a second. We'll never let it happen again, James.
I still can't get over how tilted Zach was at you shooting those guys.
Oh, it was Zach. It wasn't Morgan.
It was amazing. Yeah. Anyway. This is quite a big comment from the Dog Genius, so I'll step in if you like.
Piss enemies. No, you don't have to kill the dragon. This is specifics about what to do.
Okay, we'll pick up specifics like this before you actually play, right? But I don't think we should read them.
Yeah, we have to read them right before we will forget. Neolite, I was rooting for you at the end, Morgan, but GG anyways. Also, PvE is great, but I don't mind more PvP too. Yeah, we should try to do some more PvP.
It would be like they were saying, really hard for you to do PvP.
Yeah, we'll just get you in there.
Try. All right, I'll do some PvP, but that can't count as my turns.
Yep. Pill, surprisingly decent progress. I still want to see James fight the dragon for a few episodes straight. No turns limit. I would do that. James, you've never beat this dragon in all of your playthroughs?
How about
people are saying I don't need to beat that dragon?
How about you do this?
Well, yeah, it's optional, but
I've got an idea. James has unlimited number of tries at the dragon, but the number of tries it takes him, you get twice as many afterwards. So if it takes him...
I would beat the entire game at that point.
Well, I mean, that's the risk he runs, right? Like, if it takes him 20 deaths to do it, then you get 40. But I mean...
James would never take that kind of a risk because he's too afraid.
What?
You need some incentive to push through it, right? I think it's a good idea.
I mean, could you do it, James? Will you commit to that?
I don't know. I don't want to give up my turns.
He's too scared.
I don't want to give up my turns.
He's too scared.
And we're saying that it's not even important.
I mean, it's important for you as a Dark Souls player. It's not important for the game.
So this is an important comment. Kamikaze says
he just moves on. Okay, all right, cool.
That he
I'm
has
a dummy.
to
Sorry, my bad.
And use his Patreoners as his personal shield. What is he talking about? What did I do?
Lie constantly. Kamikaze 3645. James secretly teaching Punkert to be mean to Morgan, just like Daddy Heen.
I don't know what that was. I don't remember me teaching Punker to be mean. Kamikaze Ice goes further on to say 1037 James it's twiggling its whale. Don't make me not have that twinkling twite night.
You were begging for the tight night. It was gross.
I wanted it.
Will Silas Botnet, is James's background supposed to be a still of some homemade Ash Ketchum cosplay porno or something? Wait, what was your background?
What is Ash Ketchum? It was me in a coffee shop doing zombie improv.
It's you.
Like
It's you doing improv.
People can't see it, but yeah, it's
costume
I
proud.
think it's the person on the right with the cap.
Yeah,
That makes
he's
it
nailed it.
Yeah.
It's a good joke. Backseat Gaming Studios, I think you should let James have all the turns in the world and see if he can beat the dragon. 10 videos later. I think Morgan should use his turns to play through the game normally, but that James needs to fight the dragon on his turns.
Ugh.
I mean, these are all reasonable suggestions. I mean,
Yeah. I don't
All
mind
right,
just
maybe.
watching
I'll
James beat the
consider it.
dragon. I wouldn't even give up turns. I
I'll
know that
consider
James
it
wouldn't,
if I use
wouldn't
my
put
turns
anything
on
on
the
the line.
dragon, and Morgan can go do other things in the game, and I'll continue to fight the dragon.
Well, I don't want to make you
But
more
Morgan,
powerful.
you've never beaten the dragon either.
Yeah, I have. This is Dark Souls 2 is the one that I've played the most. I've beaten the dragon multiple times.
That sounds like
I even told you
advice
at the beginning of the fight,
when
you
I
don't
was
remember
lying.
this because it's something that I said, but that there's a trick to beating him.
What was the trick?
I didn't tell you, but you also just didn't remember that I said that.
Okay.
And I could be
all right.
making it up right now and you wouldn't know the difference.
Okay. It's a good point. Listen to that sound. It's the sound of
Ancient Dragon. James just said, who is
something
Ash
happened with
Ketchum?
with our video in the stream. Unless that's an advertisement.
how do you mean? Sorry.
Oh, it's back.
Oh yeah,
I don't know. Maybe it was an advertisement.
It dropped for a second for some reason. Yeah, but it's reconnected now.
All right.
Don't know if my internet dropped out for a second there. Guess we're just one of those days, right? Anyway, we last one for you guys today, and probably the one I'm most looking forward to, Resident Evil 5 co-op.
Oh, yeah.
So,
All right.
Oh, yeah.
and then Ulasai
So
kicks off.
Botnet says, why not play RE8 when the hype is the highest that it will be? Jay says that's a good idea, but I think the constraint is that James is going to be traveling on the road for a week this next week. And the parsec method of pass and play wouldn't work with his internet while traveling. That's exactly right. Zach and Danny talked about doing it on their own last fan mail. Here's hoping they do it because I agree with you. It'll bring a lot of new fans that are looking for more RE8 content. Jay's Kamikaze Ice responds, parsecing into Morgan's PC into James would be better unless Morgan's internet is just crap. I would think it would be the lower bandwidth requirement, which would be better to accommodate whatever crummy internet James is subject to while traveling, in my opinion. Isn't Morgan's PC better than the Heinz machine anyways? I don't think so, is it?
It's commonly known. It's commonly known. I don't know.
Is your PC better than mine?
Mine's newer.
Then it probably is better than mine.
But I think that we tried that last time when you were away and it didn't work both ways.
And it did not work, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because I don't know what your internet used to be like, but you're using Wi-Fi now, right?
Yeah.
Then there's no way. Wi-Fi does not work with parsec. Like, I wouldn't be able to parsec into you.
Wow.
I don't think. I mean, I'd be willing to give it a shot, but
No, we'd already know it doesn't
very
work.
good. Yeah. All right. So then that was all of those.
I think the Dark Genius.
Oh, the Darkest Genius. That's so sad. Well, I guess I'll head out. My comment gets skipped, and now we're done with Souls, unless we've still got. Danny's Souls
what
left.
happened to the comment?
We didn't.
It was the long one. He said it wasn't specific instructions. It's a bunch of info about that area that we're in, which we need.
Okay, should we go back
right
to
before
it?
we play.
We can go back and read it if
We gotta go back. Darkest Genius, are you still there? We're going back. We're going back, baby.
we do. I mean, I'm going to do Danny Souls as well. I don't know if Zach's going to actually turn up or not, but I'll do it.
I saw him in the chat
So they
earlier.
actually changed this area quite a bit in Scholar. This area is the actual base of the Dragon Covenant, even though the Covenant NPC lives in the Iron Keep. Okay. And the Dragon Bros are a bunch of honorable duelists who love fair mano-a-mano fights. The Dragon Armored guys are Covenant Knights, okay, who will stand by and let you duel the giant black armored Drake Keepers. Okay. The Invader is another knight who duels you as his fellows watch. If you're a coward and try to run from any of the Drake Keeper fights after you've aggroed them, all the Dragon Knights will get pissed off and gank you, as you're an honorless cur. I've never heard that phrase. Who needs to die in the eyes of their religion. Does not sound good. No running past enemies here. I think they'll get pissed also if you aggro the dragon, but I can't remember right now. Now, you don't have to kill the dragon. though it does drop a dragon soul that lets you kill Vendrick easier. Anyway, now that you have the Ashen Mist heart and have talked to Aldia, Fire Tree Man, for the final time, your next goal should be to head back to the forest and find the giant trees. Also, head back to the crypt and check out Vendrick's rusty gear pile. Then it's onward to DLC land. P.S. It's still addicted to that two-handed heavy attack. Oh, still addicted to that. I'm honestly impressed the invader let himself get hit by that. There was no bait, no lead up, no strategy there. And any good invader would have laughed at you as you whiffed every attempt of that slow as heck golf swing. I'm glad we read that.
But I still got him, though.
That last part. You did still get him. That guy got. All right. Well, actually, I'm glad we went back and read that because that gives a lot of lore. It's going to be hard for my lore videos to be as good as one comment in any of our Dark Souls videos.
What?
So maybe
How do we know? You haven't
on.
even made one.
Maybe these are the lore videos. Maybe these have been the lore videos all along.
No, come on.
Okay. Just to answer Strife, the reason we use Parsec instead of a stream remote play is because Steam's remote play is even more trash. So Parsec is the best.
If
way
you've
of doing
been
it,
using
honestly.
Steam's remote play, switch over to Parsec and you'll see how much better it really is. It's like way better.
Hayden Ring, we're back onto Resident Evil. Just got a fake Mr. Beast giveaway ad, kind of off of how YouTube doesn't stop things like that. And then Danny asks as an ad.
I don't know
before
what
the video.
Mr. Beast is.
What is a Mr. Beast?
I think Mr. Beast is a big YouTuber, but I don't know what the fake giveaway ad was. Like, I assume it's something YouTube put up before the video, but yeah, kind of weird. I think he's one of those big YouTubers, you know, like the ones that are got like 8 quadrillion subscribers and have charity boxing matches and things. I've got no idea, but yeah, weird. No, but yeah, Strife. Honestly, Parsec is better than Steam. Like, just try them if you don't believe me. Like, honestly, Parsec.
We're experts.
Parsec is the best one you can get. It's just not many people know about Parsec. It's a shame, really, because Parsec's really good.
When we're talking about technical stuff, I also have a complaint. I'd like to lodge a complaint against GameFront.
Okay, why? What's wrong now?
Okay.
We've got, I think there's been at least 3 streams post the Sonic stream that have gone up that have all used the same notification because nobody logs in on a web browser and changes the notification. And then of those 3 streams, I think 2 of them were to YouTube and to Twitch at the same time.
No, we don't. We didn't do anything to YouTube and Twitch at the same time. That's a lie. This
was covered in the last fan mail, actually. That part.
I'm going back to the YouTube. Let me see.
May 1st was when the stream happened, right?
I'm going back.
And so May 3rd would have been the first Monday. And then when we talked about the YouTube Twitch thing. I believe I've sort of informed Danny how to have multiple users logged in to GameFront, so he doesn't have to worry about pissing off Mad Mikey B, who lives up to his name apparently, because Danny shakes and trembles in his boots when he speaks to him.
No, it's true.
So it is weird. That guy, you guys have an interesting relationship.
Well, hello, Zach. Welcome.
Welcome. Because he doesn't stream to GameFront. He's just hosted by GameFront.
Nice moustache, by the way, Zach. I don't know what's triggered the Heaney look today.
I think James and I are just on the same wavelength.
And James has had a haircut, if I'm not mistaken.
It's the punkert style.
It's all going down. Anyway, while Morgan just gets over the fact that he's been triggered by our streams.
I just once again want to ask: should we just always stream to YouTube?
We didn't stream. We haven't streamed to YouTube once.
And
I don't know what you're talking about.
He starts
this weekend. I got a notification for both Twitch and for YouTube for whatever you guys were streaming.
For which video?
For Resident Evil?
No way. We didn't stream Resident Evil on YouTube.
No,
we just didn't. That's just a lie.
Oh, okay.
It's just.
I thought I got 2 notifications. I don't know.
No, you just.
Your notification you might have mixed up in your brain. That was the RE5 episode maybe getting uploaded. I know that happened at the same.
Yeah, it was
day and
almost
same time.
within
Exact same
like
time?
yeah, it was more or less
Yeah.
at the same time that they went.
Which I'd also bring up to Danny, and I guess
Okay.
we're just all gonna throw Danny under the bus right now. Hey,
No,
Danny,
I'm
why
not
do we
throwing
always
anyone under the bus,
why
I'm
don't
just
we always
saying.
stream right when we post a video? I don't get it, dude. Like, what are these people supposed to do? Watch both videos at once? Are they chameleons? Are they able to split their eyes?
You can watch the
'Cause-
video. You can watch the
Because your
video
monitor,
later. You can watch the
yeah,
video.
you're
later.
meant to, yeah, hey, watch this later. Watch us now, but not that one. But remember to watch it. I know you're getting the notification now, but put it on the back burner because here we come.
Right, I quit. You guys can just do this yourself.
Off to Mod Io I go.
Oh boy. Right. Okay.
So, forearm spoilers are the worst, John V. Gugornvik says. Chris's forearm, the bane of every boulder's existence. That's pretty funny. Oh, we lost somebody. Or no, I don't know what
Probably
that sound
Danny
was.
getting out of here.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just
Literally,
gotta go to the sun and
he
hang out.
purchased a ticket and like an Uber pulled up right then. He's getting in a plane, just flying. He's just like, I'm going anywhere but here, baby.
Right. Anyway.
J1618, James's enjoyment of this game will increase once he learns how the combat is supposed to work. You guys skipped the combat memo in the first chapter, but basically you want to master the melee command prompts. A lot of the combat carries over
Melee.
from the
Well,
a lot
why-
of the
why
combat
did-
carries over from the
Oh.
system introduced in Resident Evil 4 and RE4 when you shoot/knife an enemy in the face/knee. They will do a very specific hurt/stunned animation. Learn to recognize this animation because when an enemy is doing it, you can get close to them and get the prompt to do the roundhouse kick/throat slit/neck breaker moves.
And I think if you guys do it back and forth 3 times total or something, like you get an achievement.
Skill one. Oh, nice.
Really?
These melee
Yeah.
moves help you conserve ammo, and the idea is that when you are surrounded by multiple enemies, shoot one in the face quickly to trigger the animation, then run forward and press the button prompt to trigger the roundhouse kick. Yada 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 yada. We got to learn to fight.
I think we started to learn that. It reminds me of in Dark Souls when you stagger an enemy, you got to get close to do the real good attack. That's what I always say in Dark Souls.
James, are you teaching us all? Oh my gosh,
Thank God you're here, James.
this is everything he says is so triggering. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't think any of us know. We don't know how you do it, Morgan. How you're still here.
It's wearing on me.
You and Danny should actually be like texting right now and being like, "Okay, where do you want to go? Where are we going for this trip?"
Me and Danny should
We're
go on
outta here.
vacation together. I do
And
believe
James
that's true.
leaves to go do work in Chicago, and then I'm just here like, I'm the guy that nobody wants to see, but I'm here. I'm gonna talk to you guys like children and berate you. Why is everyone leaving the stream?
Danny, can we go on vacation?
You know what I think would be great? Once we get enough money together, we'll pool it all together and we'll do arcades across the world. And we'll go to arcades on vacation and we'll make good content on our vacation discovering the arcades that are hidden gems.
Skee ball
That sounds
walkthrough.
fun.
I actually like
Yeah,
that
let's do
idea.
that.
It does sound fun.
Yeah, I like it too. Well, I'll go to different arcades though.
Yeah, we don't go together.
Yeah.
This is not a
A lot of
camaraderie
arcades.
thing. It's not,
Do you- do
yeah,
you-
there
do
are
you
a
kn-
lot of arcades.
Do you know
too.
what? Do you know what we could do if we had money, like a load of money? We could be it'd be like Top Gear, but like for games, right? So just going
That'd be
around
so
the world
cool.
and just like
Okay. So I'm Matt LeBlanc. Who are you?
me.
Which one is the racist guy?
Jeremy Clarkson.
Jeremy Clarkson.
Oh yeah, I'm not him.
I was, Matt LeBlanc. No, that's the American version, is what I'm talking about. Because when we have to choose American
I've never
characters,
seen
then you
any
could
of
choose.
them.
Oh, and here comes James chiming in.
Why were you so excited when he said that? Then, moving on.
Because it's because I think that it's really possible that we're going to go across the country and go to different world, because there's other countries out there. It's the arcades.
Thanks for remembering, James.
Sorry,
that
but we
America
got
isn't
we
the
got to
center of
start
the
moving on
universe.
because we're gonna
Yeah.
run out of time, and then there's gonna be no videos.
Okay, that page 5138. My boy getting sliced up. Yes, indeed.
That's probably James cutting me up.
Herrera says, love the video. Can't wait to see more. Hope James learns to share. Never seen you play a loot to shoot it together. It's going to be fun to watch. Side note, the game audio is not in sync. Made the cutscenes awkward. Well, that's my fault. It's because when you're looking at Zach and you're not looking at James, you're actually getting James's audio, but you're actually looking at not Zach, you're looking at Morgan. And that's kind of why it's out of sync some of the time, but not all the time. Anyway, moving on. Steve T says, break any wooden barrels, save any knives. Same goes for craze. You will get ammo, cash, and other items. You should also have taken advantage of the explosive red barrels when you guys were getting swarmed 27-14.
That's really fast. Danny, have you seen the Micro Machines commercial where that guy used to talk?
No, we don't see American adverts in the UK, I'm afraid, James. But
Did you ever watch
Oh
James's
my God.
original Dark Souls playthrough? Because he would do fast forward chipmunk mode, and that was very similar to that. Let's not do that.
Wait,
It's
who did
too
Chipmunk
early.
Mode last?
You guys,
Not me.
James, he did it on something you guys edited.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
You've done it twice in Dark Souls, at least
But
doing
it didn't
inventory
get
stuff.
lambasted in the comments like I thought. So you guys
Well,
look out for
yeah.
Chipmunk Mode. Make sure to make fun of it in the comments whenever you see that.
Have you been using chipmunk mode? Where have you been using chipmunk? Have you been sneaking chipmunk in?
I thought there was the beginning. There was
It's
like
been weeks
it was.
since I did it.
It's been weeks, but it was like at the beginning. There's a bunch of inventory management, and so
It's like a drug addict, you know? It's just like he relapses
You guys
from
have
time to time.
you have no idea. Next
I just
week
need
we're all going to be laughing and
Need that
roasting
shit.
James. It's going to be fun.
It would be great
Jay
if James
says,
did just
"I
leave
know
videos that were all
everyone has
fast
been
forwarded.
saying Will Ferrell. I know everybody's been saying Will Ferrell for James, but with that particular green screen background at 1 hour and 22 minutes, I'm getting more of a Bob Ross vibe today. I'm
I can see that.
definitely getting Lionel Richie vibes.
Oh, that's good.
Lionel Richie, Bob Ross, I don't know.
Does that follow on
I
from the
have gotten
conversation?
Bob Ross before.
I wonder if that was tied into the conversation we had on our Resident Evil stream, which is coincidentally when this video went live, where we were talking about.
See, this is
Yeah, because me and Zach were talking about which cardboard cutouts we could buy to represent. Because I'm going to buy a Jack Black cardboard cutout, and I'm going to buy a Will Ferrell one, and that's Zach and James. I just need one for you, Morgan.
Oh yeah. Oh, George Clooney.
Steven Seagal?
No,
Clooney.
I said George Clooney, and it tilted Zach then, and it's just it's tilted him again now. He doesn't. Yeah, it's not.
I
George
don't
Clooney.
see it. I don't see it.
No, I don't see it either. Who do I?
David Arquette.
what's the?
David Arquette.
Yeah, no, not David Arquette. Who did that show about karma? He was a skateboarder, and then he is an actor.
Jason Lee?
Jason Lee. That's what I
Yeah.
get a lot, or I used to get when I had a beard and hair. Yeah, Jason Lee.
Yeah, maybe with
Yeah.
a beard.
But now I look
Yeah.
a lot more like
We'll
John
have to
Cena.
think
So I don't know. Just think about it.
John Cena, sure.
You look like John Cena.
You look. Yeah, wait. Why is the can? Why don't we have
Simon
a pic-
DG, less off top and drivel, and then you can read the comments at a normal speed.
We-
I
Yeah,
tell you,
that's true.
Everybody's become quite hostile lately. I found.
That's how you know we're
Backseat
becoming a
Gaming Studio
family.
says Backseat Gaming Studio reminds us all that they love the teamwork, and that's what we got going on today.
Oh wait, Simon DG just
Simon
commented.
DG?
He just wanted us to get to his comment.
Yeah,
That's all it is.
RE5, nice. By the way, James, you can quickly change weapons with the D-pad. For example, if the shotgun is in the middle left slot, D-pad will equip the shotgun. Oh, that's really good to know. With the X button, you can move items around, so you can set the shortcuts to your preferences. That's great.
Oh, nice.
That is great.
Wait.
Three, two, one.
I think that's for a PlayStation controller, right?
No.
I don't know. It depends
I don't
because
think
the
so.
X button on the PlayStation and the Xbox are in separate spots, but we'll find out.
Right. I was just I don't know if he
remember I'm
remaps
using
things
the
like Danny
controller or
does.
the keyboard. I wonder what I'm using.
Oh, and you guys
I think
know the
we're-
quick turnaround? You guys should know the quick turnaround.
Yeah, I did figure that out.
Nice.
You didn't.
And that was on the
I don't remember
controller.
that. Manjorn Thunder, 3, 2, 1, Adventure Bits! Excited to watch this playthrough.
No, right
Okay,
trigger is
Rose,
lock onto your partner. Backwards and A at the same time turns you around.
I'm so happy and warm. Shekings. The spatial
Thanks for
awareness is
visiting.
mind-blowing to me. It's like they're looking through a thin tube.
Is that-
So many treasure chests and loot left behind. Also, it's probably for the best to stick to just one game audio. Looking forward to more. J1618, kudos for the active editing approach to switching back and forth between James and Morgan's cameras in this video. Important to get that editing mastery up for when the boys do their item management proving grounds for RE3. I can't pretend to know much extra work. Oh, I can't pretend to know how much extra work that is.
It wasn't quite as bad as the Minecraft show, but it was more work than usual. But I think it
Well, it is difficult to get that audio and I don't know what you did is what I had suggested, which is use the game audio for from one person, because otherwise I thought it would be too jarring to be switching the game audio back and forth.
I tried
but
both.
whatever's easier to edit. Oh, you tried both?
Yeah, I tried both, and it's more jarring when you switch. But actually, I thought it worked well enough because you can still hear the other person's kind of, because you're close enough together that you hear the.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't think it was out of sync, really, even when it wasn't on your camera, Morgan. So I thought
they know.
Well, the other thing is the
syncing
picky. Of the words were not like it's notoriously bad at the vocals being synced to the lip sync.
I'm pretty sure that the lip sync wasn't like those mouth movements weren't words anyway. So I mean, I'm not taking that one. But anyway,
Dangerous 87 for best result. Take every opportunity to troll your partner in this game at least once. The roundhouse kicks were a good start, but you missed out with the furnace. There will be many more chances coming up to see. So keep an eye open. It's super important, trust me.
Thanks for the tips.
Okay.
I'm going to roast you next time, Jebs.
That does sound fun. All right. Saint saying just puking on a second comment here to help you guys. No spoilers. The D-pad is your hot button menu. Okay. Also, healing your partner heals yourself as well, which we found. And attack reaction is mostly just reaction, not actually friendly fire. Oh. Also, definitely explore areas, because as you saw, they just leave grenades and things lying around. Also, there was a little bit of weirdness with the audio, but it wasn't too noticeable. Well, I think the audio thing is going to be something we have to just deal with.
We can look into it, but I mean, I didn't think it was that terrible myself. Maybe I just have low standards. But also on the team damage thing, I thought it was interesting because I picked up from that it was just causing a reaction and not actually causing damage. But I think that's still.
I did not know that. I thought it was causing damage.
Yeah, no, but I think it's still something you want to avoid, because if you've staggered your teammate and then, you're getting attacked by other, zombies or whatever, like, it's still not a good thing to do. Anyway.
Simon GG says in the comments, maybe just follow one player per video and switch up who we follow every episode.
Would that be better, though?
Oh, that might be a good idea, unless there's like certain things, like maybe for the most part, just follow one video, and if there's like something that one person has to do, that takes a lot of editing.
No, you see, the reason why I don't think that's a good idea is because I think this is a bit like the Minecraft show in that, like, there was points in that video where if you'd only been recording James, like, stuff was happening to you, Morgan, in a different place that you wouldn't have seen, and people would be like, oh, well, like, we didn't really understand what was happening there, but like it was like more interesting to watch yours than whatever. James just standing there doing nothing, and you're like actually fighting somebody, or vice versa. Like,
so just follow me.
Well, yeah.
Crispy AI friendly fire is going to be the theme of this series. I suspect J1618, who's up in the YouTube comments right now. Yes, that is a super interesting twist for this playthrough, and I'm quite interested to see how it carries out. It's going to get nasty.
To keep it on. I was going to turn it off, but I think that especially if it doesn't do damage, then I guess we should leave it on and just try not to do.
Yeah, but like knife attacks do damage, right?
They're saying it doesn't, but I don't know.
Anyway.
Flame grenades and RPG shots, I think, have friendly damage. Saints928 is saying.
Okay, that might be. Yeah,
we'll see.
Anyway.
Well, that is the end for us.
I'm gonna go try to figure out my
do a double
internet.
recording today, and Morgan's gonna. Will you text me when your internet's straightened?
Yeah, absolutely.
I've got a couple emails that I gotta send out also. So,
cool. Okay, bye. Love you guys.
Sorry, that's
bye.
Bye.
Yeah, it's TMI.
Bye.
Bye.
All right then. Okay.
I'm still here.
Oh yeah, no, don't talk about him yet. Oh, he's got to go. Oh, that Morgan guy.
No,
like, seriously. I mean,
it's like
what a diva. I mean, like.
Queen Morgan.
Jay's asking in the chat about releasing Resident Evil 8 on YouTube, and I had a lot of fun playing Resi over the weekend. I don't know about you, but I'm quite.
Dude, how
keen to-
fun was it to have those notifications go? Just knowing they were gonna piss Morgan off. We're just gonna get
Yeah,
him.
I do it on purpose, obviously. I
Just
don't.
like a knife in the side.
I don't get it though, because I swear I changed the game like before I went live with it, so I don't understand.
I swear I told you multiple times to do that, and that's when we brought up the Google Chrome user thing. You did that though, right?
I haven't set that up yet. I will set it up for
Okay.
next time. But I'm sorry.
Next time.
Yeah, but I mean, it's more the case that I was going to say that obviously we played Resident Evil 8 on the weekend on Twitch, and a lot of people are saying we should release it on YouTube. And I'm, Morgan and James were like, yeah, but we're talking to the chat and stuff, so it wouldn't make sense. But I'm wondering whether we either just release what we've done already to YouTube and then carry it on as a YouTube thing, as a recorded thing, or whether we just carry on doing it on Twitch, or whether we do it on Twitch and release to YouTube. I think we need a poll or something, because people want to see more Resi 8, frankly. I think we need to see it through to the end. That seems to be the way it's going. Says Zach, as he doesn't care. He's just looking down at his phone.
No. It's just my
just seeing where
it's
his
just
Taco
the
Bell order
no,
is.
yeah, right. And now Morgan's finally left, so I can finally chime in now how I feel. No, God, it's really weird when you're told just to lay down on a grenade by somebody, and you thought you'd like cleared it up, but like they're kind of just like, no, I get what you're saying, but just for the sake of things, why don't you just be the bigger person? It's just like, why the fuck do I have to be the bigger person? I'm half your fucking age, something like that.
I mean, I feel like either we've changed subject or I've missed.
Yeah. No. I'm getting sidetracked. I'm just getting a last minute message before. Then I don't even know why I'm partaking in this bullshit. This is so fucking stupid. I'm just glad I can have this documented somewhere so I can go back and watch and be like, was I out of line? Then I'll hear this and I'll be like, nah, maybe. Okay. On to Danny Souls.
Oh, boy.
Well, or should we go to the Resident Evil Village video and read all the chat?
No, well,
blow it out our side.
I was just talking about Resident Evil Village before we moved on to the comments. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if you've got an opinion on where we do it or if we carry on doing it or whatever. But that was kind of.
Can't things stay on Twitch? Like,
yeah,
can't you keep them there? Like
yeah,
they don't. Like they will go away if you don't tell. What don't they? After a certain amount of time, don't your streams go away?
I've just set them
unless
to
you tell them to save.
I've set it up to do that, so they just save.
Oh.
So they're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
But,
if anything, maybe I'll take time and edit them to be like fun little chunks of where something happens, like what Pill did last night with making that one clip.
Yeah, that would be good. I mean, we need someone to sit there while it's going on and clipping all the best bits as we go, right? So then at the end, we've already got the clips. We just stick them all together, job done, right? Maybe Pill would like a job doing that. And I say job in
exactly.
The loosest sense possible. Yeah, but mixed opinions on it. So maybe we need to get a poll going or something on that. Some people are saying the chat would be distracting. Some people want to see it on YouTube. Some people don't. Some people want to admin. Like, I don't know what we. Yeah, I don't know.
Please everybody.
Let's have a chat, Pill, because I think we need to come up with. We want to take the stuff from Twitch and put it on YouTube, but in a cut down form with just the best bits. But like, it's quite time consuming to just go through it all and watch it back again, because like I'm watching 3 hours of footage to then clip out what I think are the best bits and stuff. So maybe actually if you did clip loads of really good bits, you could save us a job. That's but yeah, there wasn't particularly many fun moments. Thanks. Moving on.
In the nicest way possible, he's saying that.
In the nicest way possible.
Here comes the bitter pill he wants us to swallow.
You've got ahead of yourself. Anyway. So motherfucker says nice. So nice.
That was beautifully said.
So nice.
Motherfucker.
Motherfucker. The King of Kings says take off the shield. I assume take off the shield. Take off the shield. I
Probably.
don't want to take off the shield because it gives me a stamina buff, right? So I wouldn't want to take the shield off. I'm not necessarily using it as a shield. I'm still going to wear it because it gives me because it does that, right? It's got like extra shinies. Our young hero says, I agree with Zach. I don't really like Skyrim. It was okay on a scale of 1 to 2. It was definitely a 1.
That's about as good as my poll for the Resident Evil Village rating system.
Jay's 1618 says, I loved Fallout 3 so much too. I think what felt empty to me about Skyrim is how similar all the dungeons looked. There was a lot of breadth to the world of Skyrim, but the original base game for Skyrim, at least, it felt a little shallow and there were only a few repeated tile sets. That's true of Fallout, though, isn't it? Like, I'm pretty sure Fallout 3 is basically just the same dungeon copy-pasted. It's just the same underground, abandoned
vault. Yeah, from time to time, they're there's some life difference though. There's like ones that have been like completely abandoned. They've been taken over by a certain type of creature. It also, its combat was bearable. It was decent. Where Skyrim's is total trash. It's about as competent as Cyberpunk's combat.
Well, the thing about Fallout is, 1, you've got guns, and 2, you've got the VAT system, right?
Yeah,
which made it.
You know what? I know it sounds super weird, but I would have liked a VAT system or some sort of thing in Skyrim because, once again, the combat's trash. When you swing your sword, oh my god, there's like no. Oh my god, there's a wounded turkey outside. That's sad. You swing your sword. It just has no weight to it, no feel. Like every sword just feels clunky and just like I don't know. It's a weird kind of fighting mechanic to have in a game where you're not able to actually control like which direction your blade's coming from in a first-person situation.
Yeah, but I mean, well, that's true. But the other reason I like VATS,
even third person,
is VATS is very much because like RPG games were always were better when they were like turn-based, right? And I think VATS made it feel a bit more like it was turn-based without actually being turn-based. And
that's why I kind of liked it too, and that's why I don't like it in Fallout 4 because it's like just slow mo instead. Although maybe it was in Fallout 3, but I didn't feel it as much. I feel like it froze.
It was better in 3 in New Vegas, yeah. Like in 4, it's not quite as good. Yeah, I think time is either moving a little. No, it did freeze in 3.
Yeah, right. 3 and Vegas, it froze. 4, it like kind of slowly moved, which is like,
yeah. and Jays again says, since Danny asked, by upgrading your shield, you slightly reduce how much physical damage you'll take when you block, and reducing how much stamina you'll lose when you block. I'm 99.949. That's a very precise figure. Positive that the stamina regen buff won't be affected. And the iframes discussion is interesting. It's true that there are 2 ways to dodge an attack. You can either roll to avoid the enemy from ever hitting your hitbox, so rolling backwards or to the side to avoid a thrust or overhead attack. Or 2 is just to roll at the right time so that you trigger iframes such that the enemy can hit your hitbox, but it still, quote unquote, misses you. The faster you roll in this game, the more iframes you get during your roll. Okay. And then Pelagius says the shield stamina regen buff is static and unaffected by shield upgrades. Also, the roll tier affects the distance you cover around while rolling. And then Brian says stability is the stat that determines how effectively a shield can block. The more stability, the less stamina you lose from blocking. High stability shields tend to be very heavy. Okay.
Nice.
Some things to think about there. Although there's still a question mark over the shield, but
yeah. Also, Danny, try not to spoil anything, okay?
Yeah, I know. I made that mistake over the weekend.
Yeah, and I'm like, I feel like I'm listening to you dance around, almost saying something like each time you're reading a comment.
Well, by the time, the good thing is by the time we get to the next comments video, we'll actually be up to date, so it won't be as big of an issue. Well, then again, it won't be because we record on the weekends, but anyway, we're only 1 behind. But it's the shield is still something I need to think about. I think I definitely
Yeah,
like
no
the-
spoilers on the shield situation, but
Yeah, yeah.
he's
well,
gonna think about it.
nothing's-
He's gonna think about
Yeah,
the
I'm
shield.
going to think about it. Nothing's changed in the meanwhile. Is all I'm saying. Although I guess is nothing happening technically a spoiler? I don't know. Moving swiftly on. Dark Page. Danny, don't you, in your heart, feel that being lighter on your feet is better than having more armor? Like that medium roll is straight garbage. I mean, yeah, maybe. I do like the light roll. And I think I'm quite powerful enough with my sword now that actually I might not necessarily need heavy armor, because if I'm honest, when I do get attacked, it's because I've been stupid, and I probably could, with enough skill, avoid being attacked in the first place, in which case you don't need armor, right?
Right. Well, yeah, because you can dodge. If you could dodge a wrench, you could dodge a ball. That's what the greats say.
So, I mean, I'll give that some thought, actually, because I do feel like I don't like having heavy armor. And I do like the light.
I always stay with the light roll or the
So
quick roll, fast roll.
So yeah, I'll definitely look at that in the next video. Next time we record a video. Confusing myself already. Brion again says, Danny, blocking is very helpful for new players generally. Thank you. But no, I don't block really. But I've noticed you like to two-hand the sword. In that case, then don't feel like you need to use the shield. Just do what you want to do. Keep in mind that you can also block with a sword while two-handing, but it's only about half the damage reduction. But in some cases, it's better than nothing. Zach, the crest shield is the best shield if you are two-handing a weapon. It's specifically for the stamina buff. If you are recommending a shield to actually block with, there are better shield choices. But yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I think I'm just using that shield for the stamina buff, right? I'm not actually using it as a shield.
Yeah, and if you do start to parry or something, you can always get it out to parry. Because, yeah, it does not do 100% physical block. It doesn't do 100% block for any physical or any damage type. So, yeah, it's not the best shield for actual blocking, but it definitely can help a little bit if it... But anyway. It's my favorite shield, so it's just my go-to. But I think the spider shield's a good 100%. Anyway, moving on.
Kamikaze says, thank you, Zach, for acknowledging that this game is, in fact, absolutely not in the slightest of ways anything at all similar to Euro Truck Simulator. Also, did Danny have to rebind his steering wheel for Euro Truck Simulator? For example, swapping the pedals, perhaps?
Yeah, actually, your steering wheel is your pedal, right? You use that, you steer it to the right to go faster. Left is your brake.
Yeah, I've just got brake as accelerate.
Your pedals are turning right and left.
Oh yeah,
it's like rudders on a plane.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like you're driving a tank or something.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past me to attempt something like that. But yeah, thank you, Kamikaze, for that very clever way of just, making me feel bad about swapping around my triggers and bumpers. I appreciate that. You've made your point. Maybe people who designed the game might know a bit more about it than I do, and therefore I shouldn't mess around with their formula.
But you are a guy who works for a company called Mod.io, so who are you to not try to mod something?
Ooh, exactly. There you go. It's just in my wheelhouse. Yeah, no point taken. But the point is as well that I've kind of committed to this swapping setup now, so I'm just going to have to kind of roll with it. And then, if we ever do move on to Dark Souls 2 or 3 or whatever, I've already swapped them around, so I'm going to... but it's for life, basically. I've made the choice. I don't know if I can go back now, to be honest.
You need to get like a tattoo that is up is down, down is up.
Yeah, I feel it might have been a mistake, but I've committed, so I'm sorry. Jay says, I've never seen the game allow you to sit at a bonfire but not reset all the enemies. That was very strange with the Black Knight. I thought it was strange because that was my experience as well, but you seem to see it coming, so I'm a bit confused by that.
Yeah, so maybe it's creatures that don't respawn, don't get reset. I'm assuming, but
that makes sense. So a bit like how the pig ball man wolf or whatever wouldn't reset, so that wouldn't.
I guess I don't remember if it didn't reset, but yeah, I would assume it would lend itself to that too.
I felt like it did reset though, because when I went back to the bonfire after I triggered it, we'd go back and it wouldn't be triggered anymore. But I don't know.
Well, I know it'll get or it'll lose interest, but it would still have to back up to its starting point. But maybe it was being reset, but who knows? I don't remember. Or maybe you do, but I don't remember.
But, I mean, I think the logic makes sense that the Black Knights don't reset, therefore they wouldn't. They don't respawn, so they wouldn't reset. Maybe someone in the chat knows the definitive answer on that one. Jay's just a few minutes in, and you're already trouncing that crystal lizard from last time. Also, in regards to weapon attacks, it's good to know what kind of running attack your weapon has, one-handed and two-handed as well. For a weapon like the Claymore, I'd recommend two-handing it, which is generally what I'm doing, I think. And except when you know that you need the single-hand wide swing animation for large crowds of enemies, or you know that you really just need to block the very first attack from a powerful enemy and that you're going in with your shield raised. The reason being is that not only is the one-handed swing going to be weaker, but the attack animation is also going to be slower when you use a heavy weapon like that with just one hand. So even though you have the shield in your other hand, you leave yourself wide open and vulnerable for windows of time when you attack, because the animation, so until the animation's done, you're open. And the shield doesn't do enough to offset the slow one-handed attack once the longer battle started. Yeah, that makes sense. Again, I don't really feel like I use the shields too much anyway. And in terms of, I mean, I did I can't spoil things, but yeah, point taken.
See, just so hard for him to try not to.
I'm just trying to, I mean, it's kind of annoying in a way, because like some of this advice, we've kind of addressed in some ways already before actually reading it. But anyway, Ulasar's botnet, again, with just like, this is the second, maybe even the third time today that he's just like gone hard on me today on the comments. But because before he said that I was worse than James in the Dark Souls 3 comments, I mean, I couldn't, like, at least James is better than Danny. Was one comment. But anyway, shambolic again from Danny, but I'm keeping the faith still. Yeah, I knew you wouldn't be nice to me for too long, but apparently I'm still. Well, thank you. That's at least some consolation.
You're still a cool guy.
Still cool. I'm cool like Jason Statham, apparently.
Yeah, you are. That's got to be the song that we write. Cool like Jason Statham.
That's a great name for a song title. That's fantastic. Yeah, cool like
if
Jason
anything,
Statham.
Or I might make that an album cover or an album name for the album I'll never make. Cool like Jason Statham.
Jay
I wish I was cool like Jason Statham. I wish I was cool like Jason Statham. But I'm just Danny King. Woo! Just Danny King.
Why are you singing this in the style of Michael Jackson? Not that I'm complaining, but it's a bit of an odd.
He's been in my head a lot lately.
Fair enough. Anyway, Jahan Noki says, Danny, you are playing Dark Souls like you are with other games, which won't work. You're just tanking damage and spamming the attack button. You'll learn that you need to observe enemies, react to what they're doing. Roll gives you iframes at the beginning, so rolling away as the weapon is about to hit you is what you have to do. Just like with parry. Do it before their weapon is about to hit you. Okay, that makes sense. Isaac Sims, a bit of a tip. You seem like the heavy strength build, so some big goals you should have are: 1, kill Havel and get his ring. I don't think I've done that yet. I have a ring.
You've met Havel.
Okay, which one's Havel? I don't recall.
The one with the big swinging dragon tooth.
Okay. 2, go to the forest near where you fought the Moonlight Butterfly and get the shiny surrounded by enemies. Brackets good armor. Okay, that's not bad advice.
Okay.
Is it lighter armor? Do you know what that armor is?
I do not know what that set of armor is.
Okay. Maybe we should check that out. 3, pump endurance to increase equipment load. I don't think I've put anything into endurance, so yeah, we can look into that. Good job so far. Good coaching, Zach.
Thank you.
And then Kamikaze says that he rewatched. You saw no blocking happening. You did try to block via tapping left trigger 3 times.
Well, wouldn't that be your block, though?
I mean, if I'm tapping left trigger, it wouldn't actually do the block, right? Because it'll start the animation and then end it straight away, maybe.
Yeah, I guess so. You wouldn't really be holding it, so you're
Yeah.
tapping.
I'm,
Yeah,
I'm
but you would,
tapping it like an idiot.
you would do with the parry, maybe, you know, because you don't really hold parry, you just tap parry.
Now,
Parry, Joe Perry.
Ulusal's botnet. This was a controversial topic even during our Resident Evil live streams over the weekend because people were some other place where we were talking about it. But anyway, the confusing level design and the way that the world is interconnected, and
It's a circle.
I don't
It's a
know.
circle.
I just correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe I was in a bad mood
Love.
and I was actually shitting on the level design, but I don't think I was actually saying it was bad. I was just saying that I was getting confused with it, but that was me getting confused. So the problem there is me. Like,
Right, and we took that and interpreted it as you saying this is bad level design because I'm confused and can't figure it out. When we all are like, this is pretty good level design. It's pretty straightforward, and he should have it figured out.
Yeah, man, that was my. I feel like in my heart of hearts that must be what I meant. Maybe I don't remember what I said, so maybe I was just crapping on it for some reason. I don't know why. I would have been
In the heart of, I'm sure you weren't really shitting on it. You know, like
I don't remember doing that. I don't remember saying this is bad level design. I remember saying, "Oh, I'm back here again," and I didn't know where I was. But that's just me getting. I'm
not like
that.
me with Cyberpunk.
No, exactly. But I'm like that in real life. Like if you take me somewhere, like I'll just get lost easily. Like I can just about get from here to the shops and back, and that's the limit of my ability to recall directions. Like I'm terrible with that stuff. So
Danny Carl Pilkington King.
literally, right? I look like him. I sound like him. I have the mind of Carl Pilkington. It's terrifying, really. I mean, you know. I like to think I'm a little bit more upbeat and optimistic than Carl is, but but even then, maybe not based on that reaction.
Yeah,
I don't know.
You got a decade to go before you've reached his maturity, his level.
Kamikaze, well, this might be different for you. From my experience, I found using slow weapons to help me get better at timing my attacks instead of spamming the button. Reasoning. Spamming with a slow weapon will queue up all the additional unwanted attacks. Note, I hate our slow weapons for this reason, but hot dogs and pizza pockets if it's not effective at training good habits. Do you know what, though? I mean, I watched back this video because this was the first video where we put our controller thing on where you could see what buttons I was pressing. And I look back at the footage and I've realized I understand now how fucking dumb I'm being, basically. So
yeah, you're spamming. You're spamming.
I get it. And you know, let's put it this way. I promised to.
You're visiting Hawaii, and the first thing you do is you want to wake up and get a bunch of spam in.
That's pretty much it, right? David H says, "I think GameFront is bad for short-term memory." James and Danny, for example.
It's true. Like, what if there's like an entity that, like, once you join GameFront, like it slowly sucks away your short-term memory?
I think it might be true.
And maybe even long-time memory. Start forgetting people.
Here are you again?
What? Oh, I gotta go. Oh, I have pants on.
Where am I again? Hello?
Oh, thank God. If Nick Cage is here, though, I know I'm safe. As long as I can always remember Nick.
Yeah, you just wake up in the middle of the night in a cold panic, just like, ah! And then you look at Nick, says that, oh, Nick's out.
Oh, it's okay. Yeah. Look into my eyes, Zach. You're okay. Everything's going to be just fine.
I mean, you do think these cardboard cutouts are your friends, right? So, I mean, I can actually see that.
They've yet to become my enemies.
You imagine if you wake up one day, it's a bit like Five Nights at Freddy's or something. Like the lights go out and then they come back on again, and they've just moved a bit closer to you, and then the lights go off, and then they're just right in front of your face, and then oh, that would be amazing.
With a knife, and then the lights go out again, and then the knife just drops, and then it's back in its normal spot. I'm like, okay.
Oh boy, that's creepy. You won't sleep tonight.
Yeah. Well, yeah, maybe.
Simple says 3 or 4 times per attack. I saw that button flash at least 20 times, mate. Ha 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 ha. It's true. That's what I was just saying. I admit it. but I will reform my ways. And then Jay says, my favorite bit is watching the R1 button spam. I'm all too familiar with that feeling of desperation that creeps when the boss's health is so low and you're just trying to race him to see who can deal with the... Yeah, that's kind of what it is. It's panicking, basically. I know what I was doing. But all tactics go out the window if you let it get the best of you. That's, yeah, exactly right. Danny and Zach are slowly but surely becoming a well-garg-oiled machine. Boo. That was a terrible joke.
Oh, it's not. It's like, yeah, wordplay. That's genius.
But holy cow, you ran into the Vagrant. That is the rarest. Oh, that was the weird thing that we saw that even you were quite surprised what that was.
Yeah.
It's the rarest of the enemies in Dark Souls. They randomly appear to players in areas where somebody died, with large number of humanities on their counter, brackets, so to speak. P.S. I'd join in on the fun. Probably will have an easier time connecting to Danny than to Morgan or James. We don't have plans for any further guest spots, but I don't know. Maybe the opportunity will come again in the future.
I was mainly talking about the doing a montage of fights, like having people invade and stuff, and then you learn.
Oh yeah, that would be a good idea. Yeah, we could still do that if we can arrange it.
Yeah, maybe we'll see. Maybe once James gets back, we don't want to leave him out.
Oh yeah, because we need the best player there to be able to obviously teach me some.
Of course,
some stuff exactly.
Sensei James, Sensei Hine.
Kamikaze, it's the first rule of training Fight Club. Don't talk about training Fight Club. Yep.
I'll see. Yeah. Already kind of messed it up.
The Darkest Dragon loved my David Danbury documentary impression. It was spot on analysis of what I needed to do. It was a success, my friend, and I should do more. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, my Dark Souls documentaries could be, like, if James isn't going to do his lore videos, maybe I could just do David Danbury style documentaries of Dark Souls, where I just give my insight there. Kamikaze says, I see Pelagius knows what another really good game is. I don't know what that's.
Oh, right. What did he? Because he starts up something, it pops up in the bottom corner. There it is.
Oh, yeah. What does that say? He's now, Near Replicant version something. Yeah.
The newest one, or the new one. Or it's a remake, right? Maybe it's not.
I don't know if it's a remake. I think was it released somewhere else and then it's just come to PC, I think?
Oh, maybe that's what it is.
I think it might have been a PlayStation exclusive. I could be wrong. David H. When Zach left to go to his other office, if Danny always talked that way on every video, I'd sue Gamefront. Wow. Wow.
I don't even know what you said.
So this is my David Danbury documentary business. It was supposed to be on David Danbury, but it was kind of like, I move slowly through the hallway and see as the Black Knight comes towards me. And it was that kind of thing. It was like just kind of a very hushed kind of...
Maybe because it was so good that you'd be sued for him, impersonating him, stealing his style.
Well, David H. isn't actually he isn't the documentary guy, right?
Yeah, but maybe he's just suing him because he likes to sue people as well.
Well, I mean, that's true. I mean, I'm assuming David's American and Americans like litigation, so that might be true.
We love it. We do it every Friday. We just litigate. We all get together and we litigate.
What are you doing this weekend? Oh, just doing some litigation. Oh, that sounds fun. Can I come and litigate with you? Yes, please.
Oh, yeah, I'll be there. That's what James is going to Chicago for.
Our young hero says, since James and Morgan disappear before these comments on the fan mail videos, I need to confess that I enjoy watching Danny play more than James. Wow. And then David says, agreed, those guys are the worst. And then
he wants to sue you.
He wants to sue James and Morgan for not sticking around long enough. And then the Dark Genius says, I love them both separately, but they really don't do all that well together. They bring out the worst in each other. What, me and Zach, or James and Morgan, or both?
All together now. All together now.
We're like one big, happy, dysfunctional family.
People have been here for the fan mails. They've seen our interaction. Well, we're like that family in Resident Evil 7 Biohazard.
Oh, yeah, exactly. The nice, happy family. who
Or you
don't-
guys are. I guess I'm the big, huge merchant guy, the Duke.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with you, the Duke. Oh, I forgot about
Yeah, baby. I'm the Duke.
people who haven't seen the Resident Evil 8 live streams. Just go and Google Resident Evil 8 the Duke. It knocks
The
me-
Duke Grundle.
It makes me physically sick. Like just the way he just doesn't like. Anyway,
One man's garbage is another man's,
garbage.
4-course meal. Okay, yeah, that.
4-course meal.
Yeah, of garbage.
It would take you more than 4 courses to finish that meal.
Oh yeah.
Hackerman Design says at 9 minutes and 33 seconds, it was that scene where the protagonist finally stands up to his bully. Did I start having a go at you? I can't remember. I might have snapped.
Kind of. You said something back real quick, but I don't think
I'll have a quick listen.
this wasn't the bully. This wasn't Peter Parker punching a.
Right, okay. Because no, I'm actually getting quite shouty there. I wanted to try and use it a bit. Yeah, I'm sorry, Zach. I must have been in a bad mood that day. I seemed to got very angry. with
We were
you.
both shouting. We were both trying to shout over each
Like
other.
actually shouting at each other. That's good content. That's what people tune in for.
It's nonsense. Nothing can be made out.
I'm sorry. Kamikaze says, imagine trying to play Dark Souls for the first time and your coach is watching Funky Forest clips on YouTube and then you hear his reaction.
Funky Forest clips. I remember we were looking up something like that, right?
I don't recall it. But I mean, you were reading your book for a while. You've put your book away recently, which is good.
Yeah, no, but there's like Rule 34 or something you brought up. And then there's other things.
Yeah, wasn't that on Sekiro? Or was that during this?
Oh, maybe it is. Maybe I'm getting mixed up.
What was real thing? Because somebody in the
Oh no,
chat
my short-term memory's going.
because somebody in the chat was talking about it as well. There was a chat interaction with that conversation.
Mm.
I'm sure it was Sekiro, but yeah.
Funky Forest clips.
Yeah, what's Funky Forest clips? I don't recall that. Sure, something like a quick.
I've now Googled this twice now, and I'm a little worried to click on whatever I'm looking at. Oh, I remember this now. It's that weird Japanese movie.
Okay.
Right? It's the clip from there it is. I remember this now.
I don't remember it, but
Great times. What the fuck is going on?
oh, the Dark Genius clarified that James and Morgan are becoming a little bit toxic to each other. I mean, people were saying that in the Dark Souls 3 video. I think what it is Morgan has started to lose the end of his tether with James a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Small kind.
Which is ironic given he's just renamed himself to the Gentle Lentil, allegedly. But maybe we should do a swap. Maybe I could borrow Morgan for a week and you could coach James for a week. That'd be an interesting concept.
I did not sign up for this. That is a suicide mission.
Anything but James, no.
That's like the end of Armageddon. This is going to be a spoiler for some people. It's like when they draw the sticks or whatever, and Ben Affleck wins, and he goes to step out to go sacrifice himself, and Bruce Willis pulls his air tube and swaps places with him. It's just like, haha, I'm going to sacrifice myself. You go back and save my daughter or be with my daughter. If I was Bruce Willis, I would have just watched him.
Just let him go. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Bye. Sorry, Morgan.
Backseat Gaming Studio says he's going to bring you a poison apple. I don't know. I don't think that's true.
Well, you would be bringing me a poison apple, right?
I wouldn't do that to you. Necessarily.
Yeah, right? At least you wouldn't tell me to my face, otherwise.
Yeah.
Reverse psychology. Uno.
You don't know what you can trust anymore. David H says, at 4 minutes and 35 seconds, I don't believe one word that comes out of Zach's mouth. Why did I have trust issues with you? I don't recall. I need to watch this back as well now. Oh, sorry, I literally didn't keep it.
No.
Oh, yeah, that's right, because you tried to trick me into thinking that I'd lost the shield when actually, or whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
When actually I had picked it up. Yeah, you got me. Funny boy. TJ Slusher says, I was today years old when I found out that somebody could outbutton my streams.
See, that's like a mini game that needs to happen. Like we verse each other. Like it's like one of those carnival games.
Oh, you know, like,
Feat of strength.
Yeah, like Pokemon Stadium from back in the day. Like, just how was it like the sushi go around or something where you had to just mash the button as quickly as possible?
Yeah. I've never heard sushi go around.
Yeah, I can't remember, but yeah, like I don't know, one of the Mario Party games or something, and just who can mash buttons quicker?
Right.
I like it. Crispy AI says Zach's microphone is the hardest working member of GameFront.
I know, and I just got it a pop filter and everything.
Have you installed it yet, though? Because you didn't have it ready.
I didn't install the pop filter. I just installed the cover.
Okay.
I got to reorganize my desk.
I promised to everybody that I'm also going to buy a microphone and a pop filter because I am consciously aware, watching back some of the footage, that I do pop with the p sounds. So
I do pop. I pop.
So yeah, but then Spartan just adds that the peaks show his determination.
I channel my favorite show, Twin Peaks. I'm always peaking.
And that, my friends, is comments for this week. Destiny Spice in the chat just says, Halo mods, thank you. You're welcome. Pelagius says, what to you too? And I think that's all the catch up on the chat. So yeah, I mean, that's about it for this week. Do you have any parting words for the folks before we disappear into the ether?
No, just everyone have a awesome day. Be good to each other.
Make love, not war, people. Right?
Yeah. Well, oh God, I was trying to think that the other day, and I kept saying like "make bullets, not war," and I couldn't get the right phrase, like the two different ones, you know.
Make bullets, not war. Oh look, we just made a fuck ton of bullets. Let's not go to war. Let's just stockpile bullets that we'll never use because we're not going to war. But at least we've got the bullets, right? Oh, what will we do?
Because it's like hugs, not gun. Oh, it's hugs, no, not guns.
Yeah,
hugs, not drugs. It's hugs, not drugs. Yeah. See, I could not remember. Yeah, it was all over the place. Still all over the place.
Nice. And that is what GameFront does to your short-term memory. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Oh, let us know
about coming through your brain.
Evil. I'm going to do the poll on the Resident Evil stuff. So, yeah, let us know on that. But yeah,